On this edition of Jerusalem Dateline, Benjamin Netanyahu sets a deadline to finish negotiations and swear in a new government. Plus, an historian gives his take on Israel's future. And the country honors a fallen hero who united Jews and Christians. Plus, hear how Heidi Baker is standing strong in the face of terror in Mozambique. And we'll visit an ancient winery from the Byzantine era. All this and more on Jerusalem Dateline. Hello and welcome to Jerusalem Dateline. I'm Chris Mitchell. Benjamin Netanyahu set Wednesday, November 23rd as the deadline to form a new government as negotiations continue for ministerial positions in his coalition. The deadline raises the possibility of the religious Zionist Party not being a part of his coalition because of disagreements with party chairman Bezalel Smotrich. Of particular interest are the ministries of Finance, Defense, and Interior, which will determine many aspects of government spending, national security, and laws regarding citizenship. The election of new leaders to Israel's government, including the controversial figure Itamar Ben-Gvir, has some American Jews concerned. We spoke to one historian who paints a hopeful picture of Israel's future.
Gil Troy is a professor and a columnist who does commentaries for the Jerusalem Post, like this latest one, The Israel We Know Still Lives, which is in reaction to a rather nasty column by the New York Times' Thomas Friedman. Gil, what did Friedman write about, and why did it so upset you?
We just had our fifth election in 2.5 years. Because Israelis love democracy so much, we vote again and again and again. So there's a bit of a stalemate. And all of a sudden, because Thomas Friedman doesn't like these election results, which were democratic and reflected the people's will, and were extremely close, 4,000 votes would have shifted, he says, the Israel we know is gone. And why are you condemning a country so quickly? Why are you so quick to define a country, first of all, by a stalemate election, and secondly, by its politicians? And of course, it sent everybody into a tizzy because everybody always feels that Israel's on probation. Israel is not on probation. Israel is not going away. And we all know a country and our love of country is not defined by our politicians. We love our country, and we sometimes love our politicians, but we have to love our country despite our politicians quite frequently, and we love the country always.
What did you do about it? Like, what did you write about? I know that's some of what you wrote about, but, you know, what was kind of like your message to American Jews reading the Jerusalem Post and others around the world?
As a historian, I always say my favorite text is context. And so I said, first of all, you have to understand, part of the problem is the Israel you don't report is still there. And the Israel you don't report includes over